Alright, hello. Oh, just put on the camera, shall I? Alright, this is an unusually late night stream, and that's because I have a funding deadline that has snuck up on me, and I need to deal with it. So let's get properly started. Ignore that. What I'm currently doing at the moment is I am cleaning up this user area. As regular viewers know, one of the important purposes of this account is that it shows that people can contribute even if they don't have, using only public materials, and that often involves, close that as well, yes, we should terminate that process, and that often involves starting by making sure that we get rid of everything. So there's nothing in downloads. There are some things in Finder, but what I can tell you is that that can go. The other non-normal things are the Voice Factory, which is a repository checked out and up to date, and to-do.txt, which is also a repository checked out and up to date from a public source, and neither of which are going to be relevant to today's work. So what is today's work? Well, I'm going to need to bring up our standard projects bin, aren't I? So what is my shortcut for that? Bear with me a second. Full screen, Control, Command, and F. There we go. So let's go to the Equality Town website. Sensible reasons why you might want... That's a bit weird. There we go. Sensible reasons why you might want the Equality Town website is if you are interested in our projects, but also if you wanted to actually help with some of them. So I'm going to look at our public project board. Our public project board, these are important, these are less important, these are even less important. However, this is tonight important. So let's do it, shall we? So today's work sprint is going to be on applying for the Children in Need with SuperTitle. Right, SuperTitle is a cool project we run that I won't go into in much detail here, but what I should do is make that clear for the room. We're applying to children in need. I want main grants, don't I? Main grants. No, there we go. Need with the, let's give it a link, the SuperTitle project, and so I need to do SuperTitle. If I put in SuperTitle, does it get to us? I suspect it doesn't, because that's the sort of thing that happens a lot. So let's put in Equality Time. That'll do. Interestingly, that doesn't include all of the stuff I need to add, so I really need to make that a better thing. But regardless, I'm going to put that into my laptop, so I've got a to-do item on that. What I'm doing now is I'm adding a to-do item because that web page should include blog posts. Oh yeah, on the wrong bit, I think. qualitytime.co.uk/SuperTitle should include blog posts. Because currently it's a bit of a mess. Regardless, we'll work out where we are. So, we're applying to dual need with the Super.L project. That's most of what you need to know right now. So, and the first thing to do is read the read the information we have from the last time we applied for that. That's this one here. Alright. So let's start by reading the first application. A little bit more transparent. We do still believe that. That's important. That's the application we sent. I've actually put that in the thing, but that's in the issue. But it's nice. We've redacted some details. If we're redacting some details, I suspect I probably should redact some details here. We don't know why, but let's delete this one just in case it's the. I suspect it isn't the non-redacted version. I suspect that is the redacted version, but rather than finding out, I'm going to link to this. Copy location. Edit. Resources. A previous application form is here. Isn't that good? Right, so then we had an interview. Apparently I filled a couple of people's places with notes. Don't know what they were, can't find them. On the interview to complain about some code. Right. Okay, so I have now read those. Those can be marked as read. I need to now register it with the website. That should be in resources as well. Let's open that in a tab. Most of the reason I'm making sure that this whole thing is up to date is because there's a fair chance that they will refuse us, in which case I'd like to have a really good public resource to be able to say, come back and redo things. The main application login page is here. Bang. Here. Bang. Yeah, fine. And we need to register with the website. So, please sign in. Well, apparently I'm already here. Let's see if I am. Let's see. Invalid email or password. Let's see if I'm a new applicant. I don't think I'm a new applicant, because I imagine oh, that's because I can't spell the UK, which is mildly embarrassing. No, I don't want to save that. Created an account with .co.uk. Yes, probably should have used admin at. Alright, so I'm in, I've got an account. We're a growing number of problems where applicants and grantees have lost work when completing our forms. Worked very hard to find. Make sure people can see what we're doing. Worked hard to find out why specific steps. Alright. 40 minutes after you last saved. typing is done. Alright, well, that's kind of interesting. Yeah. 2 ways you can save your process. This feels a lot like the children had bought a bit of kit, slightly customised it, couldn't customise the rest of it, and put this page in to cope. What I find crazy is that there are clearly people who write everything directly into the application form rather than like putting it into a Word document, and I find that genuinely amazing. Better get on that, hadn't I? This is in February. Oh, hang on, let me check I'm not currently working on something. That's weird. That's literally today, unless that's literally what I just did. No. Alright, I think I've got a submitted application form, I just don't clearly had a different account or something. Eligibility, have you read? Let's check. I have previously applied and I read this in the thing, but let me, for the sake of the argument. Alright, just FYI, programmers, that's not the link to the A to Z, is it? An A to Z of policy. I think, right, fine, yes, we're not doing that, we're not doing that, we're not doing that, we're not doing, that's not applying. Charity. Yes, that's fine. We're not, we're doing childcare. Nope, nope, no. We will ask you about your acceptable use policy. Interesting. I don't think we have an acceptable use policy, but because we let the school do it. So let's put in some notes. Notes from the A to Z. Star, bang. All right. What else is in this? Yes. 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 Fire equipment of premises, which is fine because it's not our equipment on premises. Oh, from your building. Yeah, from your building is fine. Continuation funding. Great. Counselling, no. Disability, I'm interested in. That's nice. I need no equipment fees. Yes. Huh. That's always annoying, but because basically, like, it doesn't fund things like this. Entirely underpaid. Entirely unfunded. Government document. Yes. Holidays, no. Individual children. Oh, right, yeah. Local authorities. No. Mentoring. Mentoring is kind of interesting. So I think we do mentoring, but that definition suggests we don't do mentoring. Because it's not formal and structured. Right. I'm going to emphasis mine. Oh, that's going to come. Is that going to come as a link? Yeah, that's fine. All right. What else do we need to know? Minibuses, no. That does, like, just if anyone from comic book children who's watching this, no idea what's there. No. Must be made for an organisation as legal right. Yes, fine. From the governing body, presumably or not. Huh, nice. Playgroups. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? It's a little bit. It's a little bit pro-life. You wouldn't think it would have that in a thing. Direct, yes. Overheads, no. Yes, no, seems reasonable. Reserve policy. I might check that because we have a reserve policy. I don't know if it explicitly does these things. Just like as an FYI, clearly I hadn't read enough of this previously. They've changed this since last time I did it. School time. Before, after school, during lunch, during holidays. Yes. Okay. That's a definite thing for us. We need to be clear that we're doing an after school thing. That's a really interesting question. I thought we were doing an application form. So staff training. Not be allowance or fixed fee. Yes, fine. Okay. So, in our eligibility, yes, I have. It was meant to be a lot faster than that, wasn't it? Minimum standards. Oh, now we have. Is this still minimum standards? Given that we're a charity with all of our relevant things, yes. 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 It's not. Yes. Yes. In the applicant organisation's own name, it's kind of interesting. Yes, we've got one of them. Yes. 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 Right. Yes, we do. Be a bit embarrassing if we didn't. The majority of children and young people at this building will work with disadvantaged. I believe they are. Well, I'm glad I went for the trouble of reading all of the A to Z if we're going to be asked the same questions again. Okay. This does appear to be repeating the thing in the minimum standards and then asking me. Been asked the same questions twice. I'm going to be asked them again in the interview if we get through the interview stage. Yes, I'm going to get one wrong now. I'm moaning about it. Yes. We are a registered charity. It's a bit better than last time. Last time we weren't. Contact details. Organisation name. Equality time. Let's look at the I. Yes, it does. Organisation address. 3 to AP. Luton. Bedfordshire. Organisation's landline telephone number. Oh, is that compulsory? Which is a shame because we don't have a landline telephone number because it's 2018. I'm going to put in the number of our treasurer. But that's an interesting one. Equalitytime.co.uk. If you're a registered charity or company, okay, that's kind of interesting because we are a registered charity and a registered company, and I imagine lots of people are. And it would be good if we knew which one we were being. But we put in charity, so about us, the charity. Our company that our registered charity number is this. Bang. Bang, 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 bang. Person, I'm Dr. Joseph. I am Reddington. I am the Chief Operating Officer, and that's my phone number. I'm Joe at equalitytime.co.uk, and I'm Joe at equalitytime.co.uk. It's really interesting. This is the third separate email address I've been asked for in the last 20 minutes. And it's kind of interesting that the applicant isn't the person necessarily. So in this case, the applicant and the person registering the account are the same person, but I could imagine there being circumstances where I get someone to apply on my behalf. It's kind of interesting. Let's go next. Please describe the disadvantaged experience by children and young people you work with and how they are affected. So let's now start to do a little bit of live editing because I kind of need to have three things going on here. One of which is going to be this. Yep. Let's put that in. Let me see how that looks. All right. I'm also gonna do that. There we go. I'm going to comment because I'm now going to start putting in big bits of text. That's 200 words. All right. Now I'm presuming that I can go and get this from the PDF that we looked at earlier. But we might want to do some checking because it's now 2 years old, so we might have just like better ways of writing it. Well, this brought us through to the interview last time. Treasurer, what type of organisation, children. Oh, that's interesting. The last one didn't have a thing for disadvantage. Cool enough. Then I'm going to need to go and get this from another application I've made recently. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to I'm going to come back to this one and I'm going to go through and get some more data on the sort of, seeing this down a bit, I apologise if it makes it harder for people to see. How many disadvantaged children and young people benefit from the project? I would have put that in the last one. It's a smaller project. There you go. You know what I've not checked? I've not checked what I meant, how big a thing I'm applying for here. What's the amount you meant to apply for? We're going to apply. We don't give grants. Over 10,000. No over limits. All right. Then what I need then is I'll find out what I asked the last decent grant for. What have I asked for recently for super title? Super title was real trouble getting any love in our applications. Real trouble for it. What did I? Right. I must have applied for more things since this. Applying. Oh, National Lottery. Yeah, National Lottery didn't like me very much. Surrey had an I will. Didn't really. You know, I've still not heard about the Home Office funding. The Home Office funding I applied for February. They've not come back to me. Alright, so here's what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to start from scratch almost. Alright. So I'm going to check where I was. Yeah, I'm going to need to look that up. I'm going to need to look up the amounts when I look up the amount of people to work with, but we'll come back to that. So that's going to be a 0, that's going to be a 0. What did I want? Oh, I put in 3 budgets, didn't I? And they gave me the right number. Obviously they did 50 schools. Yeah, it's the 2 facilitators one, isn't it? So it's 100 schools working with roughly 10, 15 in each is going to be 1,500. But I'm going to say 1,400 and I'm going to put in 100 there. There's an I on that one. Yeah. 1,500. Oh, right. Now I'm going to be a little bit cautious about that. You know what? We should check about how they're defining disadvantage, because if we're not in that, seriously, I've just been in here. This is a disadvantage. Disadvantage. Add van. Oh, disadvantage. That's probably a illness, disability, living of aversion. Children in need EAL. Because does children in need counted? Must include EAL. Children in need. twinkle is? Oh, okay. Alright, I believe that EAL is a disadvantage. The question is, is children in need going to believe it's a disadvantage? Oh, have I lost the... Oh, I lost the... Oh, there we go. Situation of deprivation. Let's see if that... Okay, I'm gonna... So on the one hand, this isn't necessarily children in need friendly, because they might not count English as additional language, which is part of the Superdata project, as being their thing. But we'll see how we do it. Yes. If I'm counting them as being disadvantaged, they're disadvantaged. It's going to be asking us to fund 200 words. When will your project happen and how often? Fully off, that is basically run weekdays after school between after school for an hour. It's directly after school. Schools donate classrooms and teacher time for 1 hour. I was kind of hoping at some of these. This is the first difference. These are this first difference. First difference, fine. This is one of these things where I get that they want to mark it in a way that works for them, but 50 words for telling us what it is and 200 words for telling us how really there's a formula there, and it's restrictive, right? Second, third. I think I've also helpfully written these out already, so that's all right. Second, third, all right, I am 35 minutes in. statement of words, and that's we go and check the something went wrong there, didn't it? Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Alright, next. Budget and finances. Fine salary, fine. Other staff costs, fine. Sessional, volunteer, small equipment, large equipment, trips, project costs, other. Don't know. Don't know. How did you hear of us? This is amazing as well, right? These are the options of how you've heard about children in need. Like, which is for international viewers, this is a huge TV event. Like the idea that people haven't, like, the fact that TV isn't an option is fascinating. Yeah. All right, so that's actually everything we need. All right, so let's save and finish later. Let's save and finish later. We were very scary about saving. All right. I'll get a confirmation about saving. Something really strange about how they're doing saving. So this is where I am so far, and this is the previous application. So let's see how much of the previous application can get dumper chocked in. Because I had, like, I already wrote this. Alright, organisation, yes, that is a phone number, yes. Tell you what, some really interesting bits about this. There's questions that they don't ask anymore. Your project. Freemost in... Hang on, did I not? Alright, I can also start moving some of this stuff around. So I've already applied for some of these things. The Home Office, we're going there. Luton Airport, they said no. They said no as well. Other people said no. Wasn't very good. Alright. Right, I have actually got the proper PDF, which is good. Let me just check that it's not got anything in it that is... I've got to redact some stuff quickly. Redacted. Not quite sure how you redact things in a PDF anymore. That's you can't just delete them. Oh, I suppose I could just remove that page. That's someone else's. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to... So I'm on my laptop at the moment getting the information from the previous application, and it's going to be brutal. I'm going to do a little bit of a maneuver now. This is stuff that should have been up anyway. In fact, I did that maneuver wrong as well. Let's do that. It's particularly weird is I shouldn't need this. Oh, is there a better way of doing it? It might be. Which other needs zip? No, we're just going to do this the hard way. Bear with. Delete you. Delete you. Delete you. So a lot of this is so what I'm doing is so that I can properly do this publicly, I'm getting rid of a lot of potentially privacy breaking things in a previous application. That's names and addresses of referees and phone numbers and that sort of things were well, we don't necessarily want them to be done, right? Yes. There's a lot of rubbish in this. Hang on. First difference, second difference, budget and finance, bump. I didn't do anything. Last time I asked them for I'll get rid of the alright, down to 4 pages. I'm going to bash them into, where is it? It's public issue, what number issue is it? Oh, that's the number on the keyboard. 39. So it'll just be a massive comment that's just let's get in there. Alright. Italics from previous application. Bang. I don't know how many words that is. I should probably check. Let's open up Word, shall we? We'll get into that in a minute. It's got to be the right number of words because of the thing. So, next up I want, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to need that one, but let's. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of interesting. All of these questions were in last time we applied for for children in need. All of the there were lots and lots of questions around safeguarding and what policy we have in place. They're not in this application, and I suspect that's because, close that, this is a main grant, so they do that all in the interview. No project. Let's go down to this one. Is that the one? Please describe the services and activities you're asking us to fund. Sounds like services and activities you asked to fund, yeah. Cost of starting super types in 100 schools across London and Luton. Fine. So I can close that, and then we're basically on just differences, right? Okay. Down to outcomes pretty quickly. First. That's interesting. Last time they wanted stats and a whole lot of other things. This time it's very light. I feel like they've really reduced the complexity of the children need application, which is, you know, good, but this is not by some distance English language skills. So there's a lot there, but let's see if it works. I'm not doing a third difference. Check me out. No third distance. And I'm going to quickly run one of those in, but that looks like that's most of the stuff I'm dumper trucking over, because they seem to be not that fussed, frankly. What? Just? Did I not just? Huh. Got rid of the... Yeah, alright. Want me to redo these again? That's deep in. Alright, update that. Oh, apparently it's already in now. I just didn't update the comment. Alright, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to delete that comment I made earlier. Alright, so I've dumper trucked some text in, and I need to do some more. So let's check the size, shall we, to make sure we know where we are. And then we've got a big budget, which I will do shortly. And then we'll be groovy, right? Let's start with blank document. Going an hour. What I might do this in two parts. So I might go and spend some time with my loved ones, and then come back to this. So first and obvious ones. Is that less than 200 words? It's easy less, isn't it? It's easy less. It's 4 words less. Clearly I did that right. And the physics, that's well in. That's definitely in. This got to be very definitely in. Alright, you can see if I got it. 84. Oh, it's a little short. But this one is massive. So, yeah, I'm just going to drop the research bit. Did anyone seem to ask about research? No one else cares about research but me. Alright. So those are all fine. I'm just going to copy that second difference one over. %60 of my frames are being dropped. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Huh. It's a shame. Alright. Oh no, I'm just about coping. I appear to be just about coping. Alright. So, I now know the answers to most of these questions. So let's look at our issues. Edit. I've registered with a website. I've got the full set of questions. And here's what I need to do is I need to answer the remaining question from this post, and that's because awards for all super title equality on yes, that's the one. Copy across to public, and then the other thing I want to do is fill out and submit form. Alright, it's slightly annoying that I've taken an hour to get to this point. But there you go, I have got some bits to do. I have one 200 word thing to do. I've got to do a budget, and then that should be a doddle, and I've got 3 hours to do it. I'm going to go spend some time with my loved ones. Yeah, I'm going to go spend some time with my loved ones, and I'll come back and do this later on when more of my loved ones are in bed. Thank you for watching.